Hello. And welcome back to some Mass Effect, where I haven't died yet. I mean, according to a few people I have, but that didn't count, so... we have no legitimate deaths. No deaths that were not 100% intentional to test something. Alright. So at the end of last stream, we talked to everybody, so we could just go straight into the action. Which is good. I'm also too close to the door again. I find this very uncomfortable. The idea of being that close, I don't consider myself claustrophobic, but I think I would find that uncomfortable. I think it's less about being claustrophobic and more like liking my personal space, and that goes to inanimate objects as well, not just people. So the idea of like being that close to a wall is just kind of uncomfortable. Although, would that be a form of claustrophobia? I mean, it's kind of like splitting hairs, I guess, but isn't like claustrophobia just, it's an enclosed space, right? I mean, I guess it's not if the entire area behind me is open, but if I'm that close to a wall, I feel uncomfortable. Probably because it's just too close to me. I don't think that's claustrophobia. I guess there could be different definitions to it. Alright, so today is kind of gonna be exploration day. We're gonna be doing a lot of side quests. Now, I thought about when I did this, when I decided to do this insanity run, I thought about just skipping dialogue and just kind of like only doing combat. And in the future, I might do that. If I decide to do another insanity run and try to do it with like as lower deaths than this time, I probably will skip dialogue just so it basically becomes like an action game with no story, just so I can see if I can do the combat. However, I want to do all the side stuff. I don't want to skip combat because to me that makes the game easier on Insanity. By skipping combat situations, we're skipping potential deaths. So I still have to go to all the planets. So this would still take a while. Ooh, we have 3 missions we can do. Hostage, hostile takeover, or missing survey team. We'll do this one first because I think this might end in a Thresher Maw fight. And honestly, out of all the fights in Mass Effect 1, the ones that I definitely thought would give me deaths are the big Geth armature fight on Therum, didn't die. The Krogan fight on Therum, didn't die. Some of the earlier Thresher Maw fights, I've done one, didn't die. And
message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Shepard, this is Admiral Kahoku. I found out who set that trap for my men. The ones killed by the Thresher Maw. Damn, I hope you get this message. It was a group called Cerberus. An Alliance Black Ops organization. Top secret, highest level security clearance. They vanished a few months ago. Dropped right off the grid. Nobody knew where they went or what they were up to. They've gone completely rogue, Shepard. They're conducting illegal genetic experiments, trying to create some kind of super soldier. I don't have any proof, but I found the coordinates for one of their research worlds. I'm uploading them with this message. They're completely out of control. Somebody needs to stop them. I've done my part. Now it's up to you. This is probably the last you'll hear from me. Cerberus is after me now. I need to disappear before they find me.
For whatever reason, that one line right there is like a mono line. It's only in the left channel, and I don't know why. I'm pretty sure in the original it wasn't like that. Maybe it's just like a legendary goof where they uploaded it in mono. It's weird, but it happens, I guess. As I was saying. Honestly, after thinking about it, I would say like the fight against the Thorian Creeper might be difficult, but if you take your time and just snipe them from a distance, the sniper rifle change in this game single-handedly makes this game the easiest on Insane. I definitely feel that. Originally, I thought Mass Effect 1 was the hardest on Insane because of its wonky mechanics. But with the introduction of like the no-swaying sniper rifle, I think it's easier because I've mentioned this several times. They did not rebalance the game. By making the sniper rifle work like a sniper rifle in 2 and 3, where there's like no recoil, there's no sway, even putting no points into it, it's still good. After all that, this game was built for the sniper rifle to be like that. That's why it's so powerful. But they didn't balance it by making it like do less damage or making the enemies somehow tougher with it. So that's why I think this game is just easier now. Original Mass Effect on Insane was hard. I could only beat it as an infiltrator or soldier because I had to spam immunity to be able to do it. But yeah, I honestly think now 1 is the easiest. And out of 2 and 3, I'm not sure which one I think is harder on Insane. I think I died more on 3. But that was because I was playing a soldier. And I think soldier in 3 is not as good as it is in 2. In 2, I actually didn't die that much on Insane when I was doing the achievements when it came out. But in 3, I died a lot because I was a soldier. In 3, my problem was Cerberus. The turrets and the grenades they throw. They would throw a grenade to flush me out of cover, and then the turret would just kill me. And the thing is, if you're an infiltrator, you can cloak. If you're an engineer, you can pop a drone to distract something. If you're a vanguard, you can zip around with that and get your shield back. If you're a sentinel, you have still some tech stuff and also some biotics, and you have your tech armor to absorb some hits. Adept and Soldier might be the 2 worst when it comes to that, but at least Adept has like crowd control. Soldier just had to deal with it. Alright, so we're definitely reading the planet descriptions because I haven't done this in a long time. Maybe we'll find some interesting stuff.
During the initial survey of the Antaeus system, only a single flyby probe was spared for the small, scorched world of a gecko. It revealed a planet unusually rich in heavier elements, given its size. A gecko is a standard terrestrial with a thin atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Its crust is mainly composed of magnesium, with deposits of cobalt and other heavy metals. Due to extremely rough, cratered terrain, starships are discouraged from landing.
Yeah, pretty boring. It's a pretty boring one.
Enmos is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane in its atmosphere. If Trebin's terraforming is successful, it is expected that a helium-3 fuel refining facility for the system will be set up here.
Another kind of boring one, but hey, it'll be a fuel depot if the other planet becomes habitable. A gas deposit survey. We found some hydrogen. Can I survey this one? I could not. Okay. Ploba.
Ploba is the second and by far the larger of Antaeus' 2 gas giants. Active scans by survey ships have returned tantalizing indications of massive, solid structures deep within the atmosphere, too regular in pattern to be anything natural. Some believe Ploba is a Jupiter brain, a planet-sized supercomputer. Adherents of this theory have fruitlessly beamed signals towards the sunken megastructures, hoping to get the machine's attention. Others believe that an ancient spacefaring race disposed of their weapons of war by dumping them into the planet. The last attempt to reach and salvage Ploba's deep anomalies went tragically wrong, and ended with the crew of 12 being trapped and crushed in the gas giant's lower atmosphere.
Oh, you recovered a strange object orbiting Ploba. Chief Engineer Adams and Tally tried unsuccessfully to determine its origin. They did find one of Major Delinaga's ratings. Good.
Unador is a moderately sized ice world with an extremely thin atmosphere composed of krypton and xenon. Its frozen surface is unusually smooth, suggesting widespread repaving by cryovolcanic processes, though no such activity is currently evident.
Cool. I like how the most interesting thing about this description is it's a smooth planet. It is a billiard ball in space.
Vamal is an enormous terrestrial world of mixed rock and ice with an atmosphere of methane and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of calcium with deposits of iron. Because of noxious surface gases, explorers are warned to use extreme caution.
We found some uranium. And now
for the main planet. Trebin is a modest terrestrial world with an atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mainly composed of nickel with deposits of silver. Shepard's environment is relatively mild, but the scarcity of water or similar enabling substances has prevented the development of any biosphere. Exogeny Corp recently performed a test impact of a single water-ice comet into the surface, the first step of a long-term plan to thicken the atmosphere and produce water to the environment. A survey team is on the surface, monitoring the geological and meteorological effects of the test impact. Most of the water released is still in the form of atmospheric vapor, but thick cloud banks had formed. There is every indication that this arid world will soon see its first rain. The survey team's progress has been hampered by frequent mechanical or computer failures in their GPS satellites.
So in that case, the description actually talks about the mission. That survey team are the ones that are missing, I'm assuming. So this is a random mission. We can kind of bring whoever we want. Normally, I like to bring who makes sense to bring. I brought Ashley and Caden to go see Admiral Kahoku because he's an admiral, or also his missing team. Anything with the Protheans, I bring Liara. Anything with pure combat that I know is coming, we bring Rex. And any tech stuff, I bring Tally. And Garrus is kind of like the sidekick at this point, before he becomes like Garrus Vicarian from 2 and 3. So Archangel, I guess I could call him in that case. This is just a missing survey team. I can literally bring anybody. We will bring Tally. And since we're bringing 2 squishy engineers, we'll bring Rex as backup in case there's any combat. They did disappear. There could be bad stuff down there. Also, Tally might be squishy, but she does have shotgun training, which I always loved. The idea that, like, Tally, again, back in old Mass Effect, the engineer only had pistol training. The weapons were almost useless past, like, Eden Prime, if you tried to use them without any training. The shotgun was usable because at point blank, you would still hit what's in front of you. So shotgun was, oh, there it is. There's another fresher mall. Ugh. Oh yeah, going back to that subject. The Thorian fight can be deadly, but again, with the increased, like, efficiency of the sniper rifle, I don't think it's that bad. The one thing that actually I found difficult as an engineer, especially, Rachni. Rachni's little poison shot things go through shields. And as an engineer, my shields are my biggest defense by far. I don't have a lot of health. So Rachni on Insane can, like, 2-shot me. So they're the biggest threat. I kind of noticed that in my last playthrough, I'm, like, hardened with an engineer. Shield bypass is deadly to an engineer. I don't remember if shield bypass also counts, like, biotic shields. If that's the case, it'd be pretty deadly against adepts as well, I guess.
Let's get moving.
There we go. I wasn't trying to talk to you, Rex, through the Mako. Do I have any points to spend? Interesting time to level up. I'm midair. I have 2 points. I'm saving them in case I unlock Charm. Rex. Rex. Because Rex seems to have, like, less abilities than some people, I might give him shotguns too. I want to focus on 1 weapon per person, just so I can, like, fill other stuff out, especially defensive stuff. But just based on what he has, I don't like stasis. I should give him this for massive health regen. But I might do shotgun at some point, although I might not. I think 1 weapon is probably the way to go, if I need to make my characters bulkier. I'm going to do... It would take 4 points to get to Advanced Barrier. I do want that, though. I'll do 2 points there and 1 point here. Callie. She has no training in weapons whatsoever. I should probably fix that. And since I've put so many points into armor, electronics for shields, and decryption for mostly just picking things up, and hacking, because hacking's great in this game. Oh, this also increases shield capacity. I forgot about that. I should really be making her weapons do more damage, though. Yeah, we'll do this. If there's anyone I'm going to run a second weapon on, it's probably Tally, because she's so squishy, I think having shotguns would be handy. Shotgun user's pretty good during the Theorem fight. Or any of them. We already looked through our gear last time. We're pretty well equipped. So, weapons you don't have points in are still pretty good, but as the game progresses, obviously they're going to kind of fall off a little bit. But you can replace them with better weapons. I just prefer to put the better weapon on somebody who can use it more. But I might turn the shotgun into a single, like, just-in-case button. I might give it those, like, hammerhead rounds that basically overheat the shotgun in one shot. But it's like, oh no, things are too close to me. Pull it out and just blast everything in front of me away. I'll only get one shot, but that could be what I do with it. Hi, friends. Ah, luckily this probe is impervious to damage, or else I would have destroyed it. Oh, I can brute force this. Cryo explosive, ablative coating for armor, and kinetic stabilizer for weapon. That actually might be better than what I have. Also, we found these randomly somewhere too. We have heavy armor for a human. Only Ashley can equip that. And we have a new shotgun. Even though Tally has no training in shotgun, I want to give her, like, a good shotgun, which I already did. Never mind. I missed. There was the kinetic stabilizer that I could replace. I already have a 4. Kinetic stabilizer only does weapon accuracy. I think on your teammates, only damage matters. So, none of that's really effective for them. You know how games are with AI teammates. Sometimes certain weapons, certain stats really don't matter. Like, I don't know, anything to do with, like, ammo or overheating. I'm not even sure if the computer can overheat their weapons. Either the shots until you overheat do matter. In a sense, the AI will limit their shots and just never overheat. Or it doesn't matter and they'll just spam bullets like crazy. I actually don't know the case on that. I don't know how that works. This could have been a Thresher Mall area. This little area of flat terrain. And the question almost anyone who's played Mass Effect probably asks at some point, why are there Thresher Malls on multiple planets? Like, the mother of all Thresher Malls is on Tachanka. Then how did other planets get Thresher Malls? The only thing I can think of is the Krogan. When the Krogan were doing their Krogan rebellions, they, like, seeded certain planets with Thresher Malls just to do it. I mean, that's kind of a cool idea. This device is transmitting tight beam signals into geosynchronous orbit. This disrupts the survey team's GPS satellites, causing them to crash nearby. So I turn off the thing that's causing satellites to crash, but I didn't turn off the thing that lets people into a Thresher Mall den. Satellites more important than people. We can do this first. I guess it doesn't matter. We can do this. I don't have to go where the Thresher Mall is. I could ignore it. I'm not going to, though. I did say I wasn't going to run away from combat. Ooh, I see it. Playing Mass Effect 1 kind of makes me want to play No Man's Sky again. I haven't played No Man's Sky in a long time. That's a game that gets upgraded and like patched and updated so many times. It's probably like a whole new game since I played it. I played it when it first came to Xbox.
Glad to have you on the team.
Ooh. A Fem Army Vet, thank you for the subscription. Yay! Enjoy the Mass Effect emotes. Since Mass Effect is kind of my theme, I made sure like all my subscriber emotes are just Mass Effect stuff. And I might change that in the future. Who knows? But it's all Mass Effect stuff. And yeah, also the follower stuff is mostly Mass Effect, but there's also other stuff in there. Like Potato Me. How's it going? Pretty good. I got more sleep last night than I did the night before. That was nice.
It's deserted.
Thank you, Rex. Thank you. Why didn't that work? Come on. Is this thing broken again? Not connected to OBS. How are you not connected to OBS? Hold on. I had to manually connect it. Alright, here. I'll do it myself so it works. Where are you? Potato Shepard. Oh, I can't redeem it because it's on cooldown. Once it's off cooldown, I'll redeem it so your points won't be wasted. I guess I could just refund the points, but... The program I use to control stuff with channel points just randomly doesn't connect sometimes. No, it was more like 2 hours. It was more like several hours. I have several people on Discord that at like 4 or 5 in the morning, they're all just like, go to bed. And I'm just like, no.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Ooh.
Could be answers at the excavation site.
They dug too deep. We got a shotgun and sniper rifle. Ooh, hello. Hello, new sniper rifles. That is true. That is true. While other people were telling me to go to sleep, Mist was telling me to play Stellaris. I also said no. Like, no. It's like, make up your mind. Do you want to go to bed or do you want to play something? Like, no. Alright, I think I have a better sniper rifle. I do. So I have a mod installed that makes the sniper rifles work like they do in 2 and 3. But again, it doesn't make the game easier. There are some weapons that are pretty ridiculous in this, like an auto shotgun. However, they did lower the damage it does to compensate. They just wanted the guns to be more like in 2. They also kind of look like it too. This is a version of the Mantis sniper rifle, so it just fires once. The one I have equipped. What is this one? Also a version of the Mantis. Okay. If you keep trying different ones, there's the Incisor. So you know it's a 3-shot. Now, 3-shot sniper rifles do exist in this game. They just made it look like the Incisor. What's the Striker? Mantis sniper rifle. Avenger is just also the Mantis. Yep. Yep. So far, it's just the Mantis and the Incisor. We haven't found a lot of stuff yet, though. I would love to get better armor-piercing rounds, because they're good against Geth, and anyone who's played Mass Effect knows... there it goes. That, Geth comprise, like, 75% of the enemies in this game. No, well, I mean, well... Also, there's kind of a glitch in this game that still exists. Maybe it's only on controller, but if you tap the button really fast when you have stuff equipped, it doesn't work. See how I still have the same thing equipped? I have the Naginata equipped, and here's the Avenger. I want to equip the Avenger. It's still the same. You have to hit the button, wait a second, and then hit it. It might just be a controller thing. I am playing on PC. I know most people will say, like, why are you not using keyboard and mouse? Why? Why are you using a controller when you play PC games? I find it more comfortable. I can lean back more. The controller's kind of in my lap right now. I just find it more comfortable. Also, I'm better with it. I play Overwatch a lot on PC with people, and I use a controller. I get no aim assist whatsoever. So I play Overwatch with no aim assist with controller on PC with other people who use keyboard and mouse. And potentially, through crossplay, I could play with people on console who have aim assist. Like, it's like the worst possible thing I could do. But if you saw me with keyboard and mouse, I'm so much worse. Like, for Overwatch, I'm just, for any shooter, I'm so much worse with keyboard and mouse. Well, some games are built for it. Like, in my opinion, Final Fantasy XIV is better with a controller. Do you still need a keyboard to type? Of course. But I think because of that, like, combination, I find Final Fantasy XIV just better to control with a controller. They did a great job of making it controller supported. You use the keyboard for typing and the controller for everything else, and it works great. Now, the only downside is you can have less things on your hotbar. On PC, you can have a ton of hotbars with different, keys. Controller, you can't do that. But once you kind of get used to it and learn how to flip between them, it's comfortable. I like it. And I had this problem for certain games. How did that not work? Oh, it's because you have an exclamation point on it. That's why. The program I use is very, very, very picky. If you put anything else with it, it won't count. I can manually do it, though. Frontier! Shepard. Shepard? Commander Shepard. Shepard, Shepard, Shepard. Shepard? It's just picky. There's probably some kind of setting I can do where it just reads like that. So if like anything says it, it probably works. But I don't know coding that well on that, so it has to be exact.
Enemy contact.
All right, we can do this. Come on. Something get close. I don't think I killed anything with that. All right, we need to keep them away from us. Rex, I want you to throw. Yeah, good job, Rex. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please. I guess I'll kill it. Good job, Tally. Keep it up. Good job, Tally. You're doing great. I missed. Oh no. Oh no, they're doing the thing that stops you from hitting them. They're running in a circle. Stop. No, I can't hit you.
The survey team must have unearthed some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics.
Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
So there are two theories for this mission I can think of. One, like for why they're husks. Why are these husks? Like, why did they unearth a thing on this planet that has no Geth on it, or Reaper stuff? I mean, well, maybe not. But why are they husks? Two theories. One, reuse of assets. It happens. Kind of like how the enemies with Dr. Hart on his ship are Thorian creepers. That doesn't make any sense. He was experimenting. There's actually a mod that I might have installed. I don't remember what it comes in. But it replaces like the Thorian texture with just like a more different texture that makes them look a little different. It could be that they're just reusing assets. Or two, this proves the Reapers exist. Remember, I think Pam mentioned that in the last stream. The Solarian consular is like, why is there no evidence? And Turian guy's like, why is there no evidence the Reapers exist? Hello? Hello? There was a random Reaper artifact here that turned them into husks. This could prove that it's a thing. It isn't a Geth technology. How about we send the location of this to the council? We won't. I mean, look at it. Looks Reaper to me. Alright, I know there are enemies in there. Here. Tally, I want you to take position here. That's not good enough. Rex, you're a big guy. You go up there. You go up there. You're gonna get. I mean, cover doesn't matter for these guys, I guess. Yeah, in that case, Tally. Good job, Tally. Come on. I know you're in there. Come on. Come on. Ah! I usually forget the other door opens too, and they're usually the ones that kill me. I'll fight these guys thinking this is the door that opened, and then they come kill me. We can't... Can you hack a husk? You probably can't. But we can try. If Tally ever wants to do it. Are you gonna shoot... What is my team doing? Rex, you could shoot them at any time.
Clear target.
Oh, sorry, I didn't say you could shoot, I guess. That's a lot of husks. I'm missing everything. I mean, that kind of worked. I killed like 3 of them. Throw. No, Rex is dead. I might be soon, too. How do I get out of here? All right, this way. Tally, keep retreating. Come on. And I'll use Unity to have someone behind them. Yeah, right. Oh, ooh, that was good. Whatever that was. I missed. That was a terrible shot. I thought you'd keep moving.
I need a target.
I literally gave you one. That accounts for all the Exogeny survey team. They were converted to cybernetic husks by devices similar to those used by the Geth on Eden Prime. How they came to be buried on a frontier world so far from Geth territory is a mystery. Ah.
Think we're good, Commander?
Well, the teammates kind of make sense because you have a radio, I guess, but... Although it's funny, in Mass Effect 1 and 2, most of the radio stuff you do is, like, normal. But then in 3, everyone puts their hand on their head, like on the side of their head, like, I'm talking to somebody, hold on. You know, the typical thing where you use the 2 fingers and you're just like, what is it? Yeah? The enemies are here? Like, you don't have to do that. This is the future. I'm pretty sure you don't have to, like, put your fingers on your head. Like in the movies. Especially when you have a helmet on. Also, in the Legendary Edition, most models put their arms way too far away from their head. In the original, they don't do that. That's such a weird change. Like, what could they have done that made that happen? An edge pistol. Is that the same thing I have? It is. Which means I can give it to somebody who doesn't have one. Like Tally, who only has points in pistol right now. There you go. I'm not, maybe, but I don't know. It's such a weird, like, difference. And I'm not sure what would have caused it. And wait for it. Nope. Shotgun, sniper rifle, and sniper rifle. Unless that sniper rifle's better than what I have. It does do more damage, but there's less shooting. Kind of don't like that. Oh, you don't like the default femship face? They made it look more like it is in 2 and 3. It is kind of jarring. After having played these games since they came out, it is kind of jarring to see, like, the default femship face in 3 in 1. It just looks kind of out of place. I think it looks fine. It's just like I'm just not used to seeing it in here. Pistol. Ooh, a Stinger 5. 5. And it's better in every way. Yeah, it's less how it looks and more just like, what are you doing here? Assault rifle, sniper rifle, and light. Ooh, finally some new armor. And it is, well, wait, which one did I just get? I think I just got this. I've had this for a bit, I guess. Or was that the one I just got? In any case, Yay, better armor. I might want to do this instead. I did mention that Rachni kind of kill you when you're an engineer because they go through your shields. I have extra shields on. Maybe I could, for something like Novaria, this would probably be better. For anything that can bypass shields, this would probably be better. Also, this is just an increase of shields by 50. This is not a percentage increase. Because I only have shields and like not a lot of health as an engineer, a percentage shield increase would be even better because I have more shields. But it's just a plus 50. Whereas this is an actual percentage, which I guess means it'd be better on someone like a soldier. Still doing it though. That is the biggest downside to this kind of dialogue thing. It happens in any game that this is in. Whatever game uses the dialogue wheel, it can sometimes be misleading what you're going to say. On the flip side, like, your character has a voice. So seeing exactly what they're going to say, I guess some people might not like that. It kind of feels like less like they're a person. But then you play a game like Dragon Age Origins or KOTOR, where you have the line in front of you, exactly what you're going to say, but you have no voice. Both have their pros and cons. If you want to feel more like the character's you, the no voice, exactly what you're saying thing is probably better. You know exactly what you're saying, and you don't hear yourself. You can kind of imagine you saying it, so it's your voice. Okay, alright, after this we're going to fight the Thresher Maw. Maybe our first death? And there is the rare time when you say something completely wrong. Like you completely misread the situation, and you go with the top option, and it's just like, oh, I didn't mean that. Time to reload. KOTOR, I mentioned this before, but SWTOR actually has an option where if you say something in a conversation on the wheel and you don't like what you said, you can hit the escape button, I think, and it just redoes the entire conversation. That's mainly there because of the fact that you can't save the game. Like if you're in a conversation and you get interrupted by real life stuff, it's like, but I'm missing dialogue I can never hear again. So you hit escape and cancel it. Otherwise, in a single player game, you could just save it and reload. But I think a side effect of that is also like, I did not mean what that meant. I'm going to hit escape and try again. Or just to see the options without having to play the character again. Either way, it's a nice feature. Yeah, unfortunately, the mod for recruiting Legion early doesn't exist in Legendary Edition. I don't know why. There must be something to do with how the game is made. There has not been a port of the early recruitment mod for Legion yet. Now, there is a mod for early recruitment for all other characters. I've been thinking about trying that someday, because those characters have dialogue. Like, if you bring Samara or Thane on the mission to get Morden, you know how if you bring Garrus, he'll be like, you know, he'll be like, he'll cough and be like, is it hot in here? And he's just like, oh no. Samara and Thane also have lines like that. But you can't recruit them yet. They recorded a bunch of lines. And then they were like, let's make these characters recruitable later. Legion also has lines in other places. So maybe one point I will do that mod and bring people early. Like, I'll do things in weird orders where I'll get, like, Samara, Tali, and Thane first. And then I'll, like, get, like, the secondary group first. And then I'll bring them on the missions to recruit the first people and see the difference. Also, just so I can use Legion more. Look, I love Legion, and it is insane to me that Legion is only available for, like, 2 missions in the entire series. If you want to keep the crew alive. You can take him on the last mission, of course. You can take him on his loyalty mission. You can take him on Tali's loyalty mission if you save it. So there's 3, I guess. Now, technically, you can save the DLC for endgame, post-game, and do all the DLC with Legion. That's what I've done. I saved Overlord and Shadow Broker, and Arrival, of course, and I did all 3 of them with Legion in my party. Oddly enough, he doesn't add much to the conversation. You'd think he had more to talk about during Overlord, but he really doesn't. Yeah, it's funny. He has really nothing to say in Overlord, which directly affects the Geth. But then he has lines built in for missions he can't even be there for. All right. We know what's coming. There it is. Uh-oh. Don't do that. Don't flip all over the place. Meow. Meow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I got stuck for a second. Ow. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's just fine. Oh, it's this part. This part's actually pretty deadly. That's also very loud, and I don't know why. Hello, you. Uh-oh. That actually kind of worked out for me. It made him shoot it up in the air. Come on out. Ah! Ah! I almost died to tentacles. Now that would have been an interesting death. Death from tentacle. Woo! Uh-oh. Ooh. I almost died from the tentacles of a Thresher Maw. That's embarrassing. That would have been really bad. I actually forgot they did damage. If I didn't realize they were doing damage to me and got out of there quickly, it would have killed me.
Redeploying.
They also go through shields because they're physical. They're not like energy based. That was really close, actually. There are no signs of any survivors. The pod is empty except for a small tattered flag marked with the Nimenes colony insignia. Well, let me get out of here first before I get me out of here. Opinion on drugs. It compares it to overclocking. Oh. Yep. Yep. It's a logical thing. It's kind of like Data from Star Trek. In fact, there's actually, or like Wesley from Star Trek. There is an early episode of Star Trek in season 1 that's kind of like about the war on drugs. And Wesley asks, I think it's Tasha, like, why does anyone do that kind of thing? And then Tasha comments about it, like, you know, it's a short-term thing. It makes you feel better, forget your problems. And Wes is just like, he's trying to play like that naive kid where he's just like, I still don't understand why people do it. Data would do the same thing, because Data is basically a child in some ways. Like, logically, it's like, I don't know. Save the game. I mean, you probably just have to tell him it's an organic thing. Like, as a robot, you're not gonna get it, I guess. Although, you might not be able to repair from overclocking. What if it just melts your processor? Although, remember, Geth are software, not hardware. Humans, organics, are both. It's kind of a connection. With Geth, when their body falls apart, they could just download themselves into a different body. We can't do that. Narcotics be, honestly, a program that would be installed in them, in their software. Like a virus. That might give the Geth the equivalent of, like, some kind of high. But then it corrupts their programming, and it continues to get worse and worse. Like, it degrades their programming every time they use it, kind of thing. Like, for instance, Geth aren't, at that time, Geth are not fully sentient. Not fully. And maybe there's like a program they could put into their software that makes them feel emotions or feel alive. But every time they do it, it degrades their software, their program. And if they do it too many times, it's beyond repair. That could be an equivalent. It would have to be something software. I mean, for us, it's both. It affects our brain and our body. It's kind of the same thing for us.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
Really?
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
And we'll be doing this because I want the specialization. So, bye. Sorry, hostages, you gotta hold out a little while longer. Man, it's a good thing things are... Can you imagine this game timed? Well, that wouldn't make sense, because in 3, nothing would make sense, because you're fighting Reapers. And then let's go party on the Citadel. Well, Hackett is kind of tired. He's just old man. It is interesting, the first time you ever see Hackett is the Arrival DLC in 2. Like, whenever I think of Hackett, I know what he looks like, but you don't see him until the last DLC of 2. Also, I have a mod that fixed this, but in the intro video to 3, his scar's on the wrong side of his face. But the A Lot of Videos thing, I think, fixed it. Oh, we're gonna read about our own planets? Oh, cool.
A handful of solar power stations exist on peaks of eternal light at the north and south poles of Mercury. The difficulties imposed by the planet's proximity to the Sun and high orbital velocity have limited development. With its molten temperatures, sulfuric acid clouds, and crushing carbon dioxide atmosphere, Venus has only a handful of aerostat research outposts. Once considered a prospect for terraforming and colonization, the discovery of faster-than-light travel turned Mars into a quiet backwater. Its southern pole is a historical preserve centered on the Prothean ruins found there. Immigration and development are restricted as the search for Prothean artifacts continues. Jupiter's deep gravity well and lethal radiation have kept its moons from being significantly exploited. The largest outpost is Binary Helix Corporation's Nautilus facility, attached to the underside of Europa's ice sheet. Saturn has been a major source of helium-3 fuel for fusion plants since the 2150s. The moon of Titan is mined for hydrocarbons and used as a hostile environment training facility for Alliance Marines. After the development of Mass Effect FTL drive, distant Uranus was the target of a land rush to exploit its combination of plentiful helium-3 fuel and shallow, for a gas giant, gravity well. Today, Uranus is the largest producer of helium-3 in Alliance space. Though Neptune, like Uranus, has plentiful helium, its remoteness made it an unpromising target for mining before development of Mass Effect drive. With Uranus cheaper to exploit, it has never seen expensive development. The only permanent human presence is a small research facility on Triton. Pluto is one of the Sol's numerous ice dwarf worlds. It is mainly of note for being the gravitational anchor for the Prothean mass relay to Arcturus. Pluto and the Chiron relay, formerly encased in ice and considered a moon, orbit each other. Pluto's orbit was circularized in 2157 as a side effect of the Chiron mass relay recovery operations.
Well, that's what I kind of hoped the ending was. I was hoping that was the case. I wasn't hoping that I didn't want the Crucible to destroy the Reapers. It makes the Crucible too much of a Deus Ex Machina device. I mean, it's just like, this is the button to win. I was hoping, and just so they could, okay, you know how the fight scenes happen in space, and you see a little bit of it? They're so one-sided. The Reapers are so powerful. There's a codex entry in 3 that talks about how a Reaper was destroyed, like a big Reaper. Not a baby destroyer, big one. But it took 4 dreadnoughts to kill it. 4. You know how many dreadnoughts are in space before the Reapers show up? Like 30 total maybe? And that's across like all species? Probably less than that. But Turians have a ton. The Saurian Solarians can only have like half that, and the humans can only have like half of that. I forget the ratio. It's mentioned in the codex somewhere. But 4 destroyers, unless you're the Turians, getting 4 destroyers together in the same place in space is a tough thing to do. What I wanted to see was an awesome space battle. Keep in mind, when you gather help for the Crucible, you're gathering scientists to help build it, but you're also gathering fleets. Now, why are you gathering fleets? Someone might say, why are you gathering fleets? They have no chance against the Reapers. That's the point. It's sad to say, but all those fleets you're gathering are a distraction. They're fodder. They get in the way so the Crucible can be put into place. That's why they're there. They're not there to destroy the Reapers. They're there to be destroyed by the Reapers. Slowly, hopefully. What I was hoping the Crucible would do is lower the Reaper shields. Pull like an Independence Day. I wish the Crucible, when it went off, took out the Reaper's kinetic barriers and made them vulnerable to just conventional weapons. Then, the amount of ships you gathered matters. Because the more ships you have, the less casualties you take because you destroy the Reapers faster. That's what I was hoping for. They should have done that. Instead of just destroy, it should have been, like, lower their shields. And they could have done control and synthesis still. That would have been fine. But instead of having a wave destroy all the Reapers like that, it would have been better to just, like, lower their shields. Now it's time to fight. And it would have been a really cool scene, too. We could actually see everyone, like, destroying Reapers. It would have been really cool to see. But no, it was just, like, wave of death. But yeah, if I could change anything about how that stuff works, that's what it would have been. Make the Crucible lower their shields on destroy, not kill them. So we could see our combined fleets do their job, and the more fleets you have, the better it goes. And if they still wanted to do control and synthesis, they still could. It would still work. It'd be less cool, but... Alright, we're going to an Alliance training facility, so I should bring these two, right? I should. It makes sense. We're going to an Alliance facility, it's an Alliance issue, it makes sense. However, this could be a good opportunity for some training of some kind. Like someone gets to know Alliance stuff. So maybe I'll just bring one of them. I'll bring Ashley. They're the more combat-based. I'll bring Ashley. And I want to bring Garrus. Garrus has been trained by the Turian military. I mean, every Turian has, almost. And he's a CSEC officer. I'm going to bring him because, you know, it's an opportunity for him to kind of see our training facilities. And see how we train and how to handle it. Some would say we're kind of handing it over too easily, the information. But unlike some people, I feel that relations with the Turians is a good thing. And the fact that we fought earlier means we're very similar. If humans are closest to any council species, it's the Turians. Sometimes similar people, or in this case civilizations, clash a little bit. We're also humanity is kind of one of the two heavy hitters too. The Turians and the humans have like the biggest, maybe not at Mass Effect 1, but in 2 and 3, after fleets have been lost during the Citadel fight. I mean, humans are kind of considered like one of the powerhouses of the Council. Well, just that we're both kind of militaristic. Obviously, the Turians are more so. But we both kind of have that similar thing. I mean, the Alliance is a big part of Earth's politics, and the Alliance is military. Yeah, we do that. That is a difference. The Turians respect the chain of command. Maybe a little too much. I don't know, sometimes sometimes being pushy and insubordinate can be a good thing. Something Turians, remember, Chakwas does mention that some people find Turians too rigid. Sometimes asking questions is a good thing. We have rail extension, which could be good for me, and incendiary rounds, which is overall pretty good. In this game, incendiary rounds are kind of meant to be like an anti-Krogan weapon, to like offset their healing. But I also just like them because they're damage over time. It's good to kind of like get a few bullets on them and then just kind of sit back and wait. 10 damage seconds for 5 seconds. Less accurate. But a sniper rifle is super accurate, so 10% accuracy is probably nothing. I will use this for now, but once I get better anti-Geth bullets, I'll use those. It was bad. Do I agree something had to be done at the time? Yes. Do I agree with Morden's thing where it was the only call to be made at the time? Maybe. But it's lasted too long. I agree with everyone else in 3. It's like, no, the GenFH has gone on too long. Also, again, I do say that, yeah, they did. They did. But, I do agree, or I do bring up the fact that if it was just a sterility plague, fine. But it's not. It isn't that it's 1 in 1,000 chance of conceiving. It's 1 in 1,000 chance that the baby actually makes it to term. That's messed up. And I know it's intentional. I mentioned last time. Krogans seeing babies stillborn makes them not want to try anymore. And that's where the Solarians messed up. The Solarians know science. They're book smart. They're not common sense smart. The genophage made them become more warlike and more mercenary-like than I think they expected. Also, because of the genophage whole stillborn thing, it made Krogans not want to try anymore. And that's a problem. According to Morden, 1 in 1,000 should have been the perfect number to stabilize their growth. Instead, it's killing them. Because Krogan are becoming mercenaries because they have no hope for the future. And Krogan are stopped trying to reproduce after a few tries because they don't want to deal with it anymore. If it was simply a conceiving thing, it would have been better for their numbers. But I'm assuming the stillborn thing was intentional to be like a morale thing. They wanted to hurt their morale. But in the end, it turned the Krogan into a bunch of mercenaries who mostly don't want to try to reproduce anymore. So it's slowly killing them. Yeah, I think it's also maybe like a luck thing. Or like honestly, a superstitious thing. If there's a Krogan female that has given birth multiple times in their life, and they're only like 500 years old, they beat the numbers. Instead of 1 in 1,000, this Krogan female is like 1 in 100. It's just a numbers game. They got lucky. Probably. Because according to what we know, it should be the same across the board. So they would treat a Krogan like that to be more important. Even though they just got lucky. Look, if you're the Krogan and you're experiencing that for like 1,000 years, you might become a little superstitious with that yourself, even if you know it's not true. Like, it's like you're playing the odds, right? It's like we're betting on you because we know it's worked out before. But I still say the genophage might have been the right call at the time, but I say they should not have done the stillborn thing. They should have made it a sterility plague, where it's 1 in 1,000 to conceive. That way they don't have to deal with, like, the heartbreaking stuff they have to deal with. Like, the just demoralizing thing. That is inhumane. The sterility plague's bad enough, but it would have stabilized their numbers and made it so they don't go to war as much. But what they did is more messed up. I don't know. Maybe it was a limitation. I still say it's intentional. I still say the idea of making them have stillborns is supposed to be morale damage. Which, again, there are a bunch of scientists in a lab. They don't see them as people. Morden even talks about seeing these Krogan as people. He feels they made a mistake. Also, hello, Remnant. They somehow infected every Krogan. They really don't explain how, but over time, every Krogan's infected. Somehow. You would think there'd be like a handful of Krogan somewhere that weren't, but... Although maybe the SDG took care of that. Maybe it was like, hey, there's a handful of like small Krogan colonies out there that weren't affected. Oh, we'll take care of that. And they just assassinate them or bombard them from orbit. Like, done and done. Yep. Well, also, again, it's all about, like, that connection. Being in a lab is different. Once he sees what it really did to them, he's like, you know what? It might have still been the right choice then, but it's not now. He even says in 3, they made a mistake. He uses that terminology. He's like, it was a mistake. We made a mistake. We turned the Krogan into this. We turned the Krogan into the Krogan because we uplifted them, first off. But Morden blames the Solarians for that. Morden fully blames the Solarians for the Krogan rebellion. And he even says, like, Morden doesn't blame he blames the Solarians for uplifting the Krogan too early. And then he even says it's a shame they had to do it. Like, he blames the Solarians for having to use the genophage, not the Krogan. He understands it's a messed up situation. But once he sees how they truly have to live and suffer, he's like, you know what? We're not doing this anymore. Like, it maybe wasn't wrong then, but it's wrong we haven't fixed it since. Yep. Like, they would have been like, oh, there's a handful of Krogan out there that aren't infected. Oh, we'll take care of that. I think he blames himself because Morden was in charge of redoing the genophage. Once it was starting to slowly come undone, maybe he feels in the end they should have let it. It was time to like slowly let it go away. But it was his team and his work that redid it. That's probably why he blames himself. You know, he wasn't responsible for the original genophage, obviously. He still thinks that's the right call. But when it was starting to kind of become undone by Krogan evolution, I think now he's just like, yeah, we probably should have let that happen. Well, yeah, Reeve is terrible. That's the only way you can actually have Morden survive. If Reeve is in charge and Eve died, you're just like, Morden, look who would be in charge. And he's just like, you know what? Shepard, you have a point. Yeah. If possible, the sterility thing would have been the better play. Because it did turn the Krogan into just a bunch of, like, warlords. I mean, it's possible, but that's possible for any civilization, I guess. Maybe. But maybe he feels like the Krogan have earned the right to try. Also, remember, Morden blames the entire Krogan rebellions on the Solarians for uplifting them. If the Krogan go back to war, it's on the Krogan. So if Citadel space, if all the Citadel races and stuff have to get together and bomb the Krogan into extinction, it's on them. We're giving the Krogan a second chance. If they go back to being warlike, it's on them, not the Solarians. And if we have to bomb them back into the Stone Age, again, redo the genophage, all of that, or just kill them, that's their choice. I think he just wants to give them a chance. And if they do die out, it's on them, not the Solarians. All right. Well, at this point, we kind of need them anyway. Short term. We need them against the Reapers. That's why the Dolatrus argument is dumb. It's like, well, what if in the future they turn on us? Like, we don't have a future right now. How about we have a future first? She also talks about how the Krogan are nothing but animals and brutes. Like, yeah, you kind of made them into that a little more, the genophage. Give them a shot. They deserve that. If they still go back to warring, that's on them. And deal with it. Oh, now I see you. Okay. So, I remember this fight actually being kind of hard. Because there's a lot of rocket drones. I also didn't bring anybody that has enough decryption. Garrus, I wasn't going to do this to you because I want more points in your defenses, but I want stuff. Stuff will keep me alive. Pistol, shotgun, and assault rifle. It also helps that Rex is in charge. With Rex in charge, I think it's fine. If Reeve was in charge, because Rex is dead, it depends on what you think will happen. With Rex and Eve in charge, there's definitely a lot of hope that things will change. If it was just Reeve, ooh. Look, I've mentioned before that I would personally let the council die at the end of one. It makes no sense from a tactical position to like let a bunch of human ships die because you might not have enough to take out Sovereign later. It just makes the most sense to me to let them die. The council can be replaced, but if Sovereign wins, we all lose. If I was in the situation where Shepard is, where the Dalatrus is like, hey, I'll make you a deal. You lie to the Krogan, and we'll join you. And the Krogan probably will too, because they're dumb. If it was Rex and Eve, I would say no. They deserve a chance. I trust them. I think things look pretty good. If it was Reeve, and I knew that Eve was like not feeling... If there was a chance Eve might not survive, and it's like it's only going to be Reeve, I think I'd take the deal. I know you're kind of signing the death warrant to an entire race, but with Reeve in charge, I do not like that outcome. If anything, I would just say let's not cure it at all and tell them that, but we need them. As messed up as it is, if Reeve was in charge, I would seriously think about taking that deal. All right.
Not without an airlift.
How would it... Okay. I told Garrus. Fine. Fine. This game hates me. Okay, I guess they're just gonna stand there. Let's go.
Take him out.
Now you go there. Garrus, no! Ashley, do you have immunity yet? You do, you just haven't... Well, I guess you did use it. Ow. It's alright, Ashley, we got him. Good timing. It's just like, yeah, we did it. Ashley's just on the ground dead. Well, he can calibrate this cover. Get in cover. I don't know. Okay, he just hates it. Never mind.
Rally round.
So I don't think there's any more enemies in this room, in this building. The only time you ever have to deal with enemies, I think, is when you go into the last one. I think you have to fight your way out of that one. Or the one before, I don't remember. Maybe it is the second one. Toxic gas?
That's it. Bag him and tag him.
What game was it that does that? I think it's KOTOR 2. When you get poisoned, your character's just like, I think they say something like, it's poison, or I'm poisoned. I don't know why I remember that. It's just, I don't know, it's just funny. Kind of like in an anime where you have to say the move you're doing for it to work. It's just like, I've been poisoned. Light on the optical mainframes flicker and die. The first of the 3 computing clustered containing the VI is offline. Ooh, codec.
Perimeter clear.
Yeah, I think it's the second one, because once you finish the third one, you're done. I think once you walk out of the second one, you get attacked. Poor Edie. Well, also, it's one of those situations where your character talks. Your character doesn't talk that much in a game like KOTOR. It's kind of like, or it's kind of like Dragon Age Origins, where your character will just say like in battle things. Of course, there's the ladder line. So you can get off my back. Apparently, that's just aggressive. Warden who says that, which I was playing. It's such a known thing. There's a mod that just the only thing this mod does, it deletes that one voice line from the game. You might see the subtitles for it, but you don't have to hear it. All right. You know something's annoying and well known when there's a mod that just does one little thing like that. All right. Ashley? Garrus? You're already shooting? Cool. I guess I'll run away now.
Shields down!
Ashley is going to die already. Garrus, I want you to... Well, there goes Ashley. Would you stop? I can't hit you when you're doing that.
Rally round.
Okay, they're all dead. As long as they don't rush me, I'm fine. There are times I've played this before where they come down this little hallway and just rush me. If they do that, I'm dead. Oh, they're doing it. Woohoo! Teammates, please help me. Ah! They're already dead again. I see. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is really bad. Oh, this is really bad. I think I'm dead. I'm very dead. I am very dead here. I am going to die in like 2 seconds. Killed one of them. Okay, I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna sit here for a second. I'm gonna wait for Unity to come up so I can use it. We're just gonna sit right here. I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna sit here until Unity is available. So, how are things? I see that red dot. I'm not moving. Why is the reload on this? Why is the refresh rate cooldown on this so long? I'm just looking at my Omni tool, please. Just please, please, please. Thank you.
I'm ready.
Lost shields.
Garrus is gonna die again. Garrus, she already used it. Uh-oh. I'm actually kind of still in trouble. Ah! Ugh. Oh, that was fun.
Clear.
Hey, Garrus. How you doing? Oh. Maybe I should have brought Rex. No. No, Lawrence. Shut up, Lawrence. Oh, that was fun.
Form up.
Kinetic barriers. No. Oh yeah, you actually can melee these. It's kind of annoying because if you get too close, you just get in cover, but it takes a while. I'm committed now. Nope, gotta keep doing it. Gotta keep going. How many shades are there? Wow. I didn't know there were that many shades to that to that barrier.
Enemy sighted.
Area secured.
The second of 3 computing clusters containing the VI is offline. So do I get attacked leaving this one? Maybe not? I thought it was one of them. But after you take out the third one, it won't matter. That was really close. I mean, that is the closest to death we've come so far. Now, the tentacle thing in the Mako was also pretty close. We were pretty low on health, but that was really bad. That was really close. So we're going clockwise. So this one's next. How do I make this easier? Do I have any better equipment? Maybe I do. Sniper rifle. You know, I have Inferno rounds on, but since we are facing only robots, even though it's a lower quality, I'm putting the, Oh, I do have tungsten rounds. I missed that. 30 damage to synthetics. I don't use my pistol much because the sniper rifle is just so good. I can't equip the heavy stuff, which is a shame. Ashley! Oh, I've had better... Oh, I feel dumb. Ashley's been wearing, like, this crappy light armor this whole time. Do I have any heavy armor? She can wear heavy armor now. Wait, I thought she could wear heavy armor. Do you not have... Oh, another dumb thing. She has 21 points to spend. What is wrong with me? How many times have I played this game? She's had 21 points, and I've been using her in this hard fight. If I had died because of this, heavy armor. Also, master immunity. Advanced shield. Let's give her more damage to her weapon, too. Just max it out. And soldier for health regeneration. And assault rifle training for damage. Looking better now. We're looking good. Electronics for more shields. Free an agent. I have 6 points. I can spend 4 of them. Let's do... Let's max out sniper rifle, because it's just really good. And let's start working on more Spectre training for just damage and health and everything. I spent the 2 points. It's whatever. What are the chances I'll level up? I'll get more charm without leveling up once. I mainly only do the save 2 points thing or 3 points thing in the beginning.
Area secured.
So we're much better now. Ashley is now going to have a better assault rifle. I thought I gave her. I guess I picked this one up. Unfortunately, I don't have more tungsten rounds, but I do have this one. 25% damage. I can also get... Look at this. Look at how much better this is. So much better. Shield recovery and hardening, sure. Garrus is still stuck with that armor, which is okay, I guess. He can wear medium, I think, but I don't have medium... Oh, I do have medium turn armor. It just has no techrobiotic protection whatsoever. I guess neither does this. Barely. Garrus has sniper rifle. Well, no, he has assault rifles mainly. We're not fighting organic, so this is dumb. Do I have... I do. My team was terrible. I had anti-organic bullets on fighting robots. Like, what am I doing? Yeah, sorry, we're good. We're good now. We're good now. Why does that helmet not match that from the front? That does not look great. Also, what weapons do you have on? Good. Okay, we are in so much better shape this time. I actually have bullets good against synthetics. And we have better armor on for Ashley. Like, this is gonna be so much better. I was not prepared for this fight properly. Shotgun, sniper rifle. I think the shotgun might be decent, but no one here has it, so. Okay. They know I'm here because of the kinetic. Oh, here they come. Oh, here they come. They're already here. Ashley, please. Ashley. Get behind cover. actually use it for... Okay. Garrus? Actually, this might not be so bad. Garrus? I have to trigger the door, unfortunately, but okay, here I go. There are so many of them grouped together right there. Oh, if they come through that door, we're all dead. They're here. They're all through the door. Overload. Throw. Okay. Just start shooting. Oh, I'm almost dead. Shield boost. So it's come to this, Vicarian. I look around the corner and just see Garrus and Ashley with guns pointed at each other. It's happening over here. Nope, no death. We win. That was scary. I need better armor, personally. Like, my armor is not very good. I know I can only have light armor, and I think this is actually pretty good for light armor. But still, I wish I had a better option. Oh no, I didn't die. I'm sorry to disappoint everybody. I missed. I somehow missed the thing that's that big standing still. And this is why I don't play aim characters in Overwatch. Speaking of Overwatch, Lifeweaver just got a bunch of upgrades and changes. I've been practicing using that character. I'm really enjoying using that character. For being a character who's not supposed to heal a lot, I heal a lot with that character. Like, I've had matches where I out-heal the other healer by like 4,000 or 5,000, and they're playing like Mercy and people. It's like, all right, this works out for me. But they're actually making him easier to control. The alt fire is now going to be their weapon instead of their platform, which I think works better. Because since I play controller, I have to use right on the D-pad to pull out their weapon. Now I can just use the left stick or left trigger. That's so much easier. I'm not talking about you. I've had matches with the other two people that we play with that we had like two rando healers. We had a rando healer on our team and me. And then one of them was playing tank, one of them was playing DPS. And I would out-heal them by thousands. No, when you play with me, you still heal more than me when I play Lifeweaver. Lifeweaver also has 20 heals instead of only 12 before he has to reload, which is great because the reload just seems to take forever. Also, when you're charging the heal as Lifeweaver, you slow down. But they're actually making it to where the slowdown is proportional to the charge. So if you're like me and you don't do full heals, you do like 40 to 50 heal, it goes up to like 60, I think, or 65. When because it takes so long to charge it, I'll throw out like 40s or 50s. I think that's more efficient than waiting if they're in a fight. And so that means my slowdown wouldn't be as bad. Because now your slowdown's 100% once you start charging. I like the changes. I don't even care they buffed them. They made their tree have 200 more health, and the heal is better. The heal pulse on the tree heals 75 instead of 50.
Shields disabled.
Could I shoot, please? My weapon's not overheating right now. Poor Garrus. Poor Garrus.
Perimeter clear.
Oh, hey, I'm getting a call from a random number I don't know. Well, not answering that. I don't play Moira anymore. I can't. I literally can't. Have you ever played a character in a game like Overwatch so many times you just can never play him again? That's what Moira is to me. I played Moira so much in Overwatch 1 and when Overwatch 2 came out, I just don't want to play her ever again. Even when I know it's needed. If I'm playing a game with another like rando healer and they're playing like Mercy or Ana, I can't play Mercy. I can't. I don't know how to do the Mercy movement, and that is the best thing she can do. There are people that play Mercy that just can't be hit. They just fly all over the place. I can't do that. When I play Mercy, I'm just standing on the ground healing, and I'm just a target. I die a lot. I don't know how to do the moving around stuff. But Moira, and it's just like, man, we need more healing. I'm playing like Brig or Lifeweaver now. I'm playing like an off healer, kind of. And it's just like, man, we need more healing. My option is to stay this character or go Mercy, which I can't play, or go Moira. I'm not playing Moira. I'm not playing Moira. Even if it's needed, I'm not playing it. I just can't stand. They actually did change her a little bit. You can use your like teleport thing while you're using your ultimate, which I think is kind of dumb. Why'd they do that? I feel like that was not necessary. A burst of white noise over all frequencies nearly deafens you. Your hard suit's heads-up display interprets it as a series of ones and zeros and ones. They repeat again and again, blanketing all frequencies until the light on the final VI cluster flicker and die. By the way, I believe that says help in binary. I know binary is just numbers, but I'm assuming the numbers also pertain to like the letters of the alphabet. I don't know my binary very well anymore. I used to know like all different bases of numbers. That's one thing I learned in school, but I don't remember. I'm assuming that's HELP. And again, it pertains, so H would be C, D, E, G, 8. Hey, if I tell you a random letter, can you tell me what number it is in the alphabet? I can't. So the first number is 8, and then that doesn't look like 5 though. That looks like that looks like a higher number. Well, it's slightly higher. I don't know. Again, I don't know my binary very well. Hey, Blue. Your specialization class will replace your base class in the talents on the squad screen. Which one do I want? Operative or medic? Operative. Reduces recharge time on all tech attacks. Improves overload and sabotage. Medic. Improves recharge time on medical abilities. Improves first aid and neural shock. Seeing as how I don't have either one of those, I'll go operative.
All targets down.
As I said, I really don't like the abilities in this game for tech. I like them much better in 2 and 3. But this is the better option, considering I don't even have those. So, and neural shock's only good against organic enemies. Well, in this game, you fight mostly robots. I like neural shock. I think neural shock is a pretty overlooked ability, mainly because it's kind of like slam for me. On higher difficulties, enemies have so much protection, like armor, shields, barriers. It doesn't work. So it's, oh, well, you'd want to use slam or neural shock on like a lower difficulty, so enemies have less protection. But at that point, you really don't need it. The game's easier, you do more damage to them. It's probably better just to kill them. That's kind of how I feel about shredder rounds. On higher difficulties, enemies have so much protection, shredder rounds really aren't worth it to me. But then it's like, oh, on normal, enemies have way less protections. They just have health. It's better there. Yeah, but since they're also only on normal, they kind of just die to anything. So like on higher difficulties, it's useless, and on lower difficulties, it just feels like not necessary. I like slam. Slam's fun, but it's hard to use. I suppose on higher difficulties, you could just be like, you know, take off the protection and then someone slams them, but... Yeah, we got our specialization! Yay! Operative. I have 1 point in it. 1 point in operative. I also almost died several times. Alright, back to the hostages. I'm sure they're still there. Yeah, they're still there. They're fine. Sorry, had to take a trip to the moon. So I've been streaming about an hour and a half, and so far there's been like no CPU spikes or GPU spikes for OBS, but it usually took until around 2.5 to 3 hours for it to happen. So I'm hoping it doesn't happen. I made a change to OBS settings with the CPU preset. I also made a slight change in my NVIDIA settings, which may or may not help at all, but I did it anyway.
Funchagon is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and nitrogen in its atmosphere. It has an unusually small number of moons for a gas giant, a mere 7. This is no doubt due to the star Farinata capturing the majority of the mass during the nebular collapse that created the system. Magnesium. With a rare combination of features, Nepnu is of particular interest to the scientific community. Nepnu is a small terrestrial planet with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. As with all the worlds of Farinata, its surface is scorching hot. The crust mainly consists of silicates laced with iron. While scanning this planet, he detected a large deposit of thorium. Juntama is a small, broiling terrestrial world. Its thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane is being steadily blown off by the powerful solar wind from the star Farinata. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of copper. Its density is low enough to leave the world tidally locked to Farinata. The Alliance Defense Data Network notes that several ships have been spotted cruising near Juntama with transponders turned off. While an Alliance patrol attempted pursuit of one, the unidentified vessel rabbited to FTL. Its trail was lost when it obscured its light trace in the confusion of signals along the Anansi-Ishtar shipping lane.
Superman. Scans of Jutanma revealed a derelict freighter in a mid-stage orbital decay. Your salvage team boarded the vessel and determined it had been attacked by raiders. There was little value on board, but the team did find a Prothean data disk. Is it funny that whenever I think of it, what do you think of when you think of Prothean data disk? What do you think of? When you hear the term Prothean data disk, what do you think of? Like a CD, basically? A floppy disk? What do you think of? I know what I think of, and it's funny. I think of a disk, but a different one. It's like so alien compared to everything. I mean, it's not that alien, but it's like I think of it because it's like different. But it's also something I know. Was there something in here? Normally, there's only one per system. Nothing. Okay. The Ontario. Or an AI like Virgil. You know what I think of? A UMD. The discs that are basically PSP games. I think of those. They're basically mini discs that have like a plastic coating on them. That's what I think of. I don't know why. Don't ask me why I think of Prothean data discs as like a PSP game. I think it's because they're just like different enough where they stand out to me. It's basically like a floppy disk. It's like a floppy optical disk. Because the way floppy disks work is it has like that film in the middle that has the data on it. And there's like that metal clip that opens up that you flip to one side, and then you read that film a little bit at a time while it's spinning, like an optical disc. These are optical discs, but they have like a plastic coating on the bottom, but they have a spot that's open where it can scan through. So it kind of works like a floppy. It's just like it's optical. It's a CD. Like, that's kind of an interesting idea. I forgot about this. When I was younger, you know how people had like Walkmans in like the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, and you had portable CD players, and now MP3 players. Now we just have phones. One of the things I actually had was a mini disc player, but the discs were kind of like the PSP, where it was a square shape. It was like a mini disc in a square container that you would slip in there and then listen to. I wonder why that never caught on. So we are going to save some hostages. I believe this is the biotic one, isn't it? So we're bringing Caden. If anyone can talk down the hostage takers that if they're biotics, maybe Caden can. But I mean, just in case we need some muscle and some intimidation, we should bring Rex too. Good cop, bad cop. Caden's like, you should stand down. I know what it's like to be in L2. And they look over and just see Rex. He's just like, please give me a reason. Like, I think, you know what? I think we'll surrender. Like Grunt says, arm, like, what is the line he says? Like, he says, and arm the other. Like, extend one hand and arm the other. I'm not sure if that's exactly the quote, but yeah. Offer friendship in one hand and a gun in the other. Your choice. So if this is the right one, this is a hard fight. You can just be ragdolled into death in this. So, also, let's make sure these two are actually, like, have good stuff on. Please. Unlike last time. Caden! Your pistol is actually better now. We're also fighting people. We're fighting people. So shredder rounds are actually useful here. Also, biotic protection is probably pretty good here. And while this gives him way more shields, it also lowers his biotic protection. But the shields might make up for that. That's a lot more shields. Oh, that's just better. Okay. First aid is health regeneration. I'd rather have something that's a little more proactive instead of reactive. Damage protection. All right, Rex. Looking for a fight, huh? Oh, I got a fight for you. Shredder rounds, and then for your mod, anything that actually adds damage, which that does. Ooh. I'm going to give this to Liara. But that's pretty good. I need better Krogan armor. I have none. That's all I can do for you, unfortunately, except for your squad points. Caden! I'm going to give you a better barrier. And Rex only has 2 points. I'm going to give you a better barrier. Okay. We're about as prepared as we can be. We all have shredder rounds. Wait, did I give myself shredder rounds? I did not. Now we're good. Oh, this is going to be a tough fight. There's going to be biotics being thrown around all over the place. They don't know we're here yet. If I can get one kill off immediately, that would be nice. See him. Can't go that way. Oh! That's one kill. Hi. Hi. Stop moving so much. Rex, what are you doing taking a nap? Get up. Oh, that's so brutal. Biotics are fun in this game. I feel like the oomph from biotics is lacking in 2 and 3. Like the physicality of biotics, I think, is on display more in 1. It just feels like it is. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, it hit Rex instead of me. Awesome. Bye. Also, the ragdoll's funnier in 1. I miss those things from 1. Like the ragdoll physics and the oomph from the biotics. Biotics are fun in 1. I actually have played an Adept in 1. I have not played an Adept in 2 or 3. I barely played 1 and 2. I didn't get very far. But Adept in 1 is kind of fun. The only downside is if you're playing on console or just using a controller in this version of the game, you can only have one ability mapped to a button. Otherwise, you have to use the radial menu, which is not bad. But on PC, you could have like a ton of stuff mapped. Pistol, sniper rifle, Turian medium armor. I did get a new pistol, which I'd rather keep mine. Caden, how's your pistol compared to that? Better. And I did get a sniper rifle. So this has better accuracy. Only by 3, that doesn't matter. This actually has better heat sink, but does considerably less damage. So the Reaper, if I can find a Reaper 4, this is a Reaper 4, never mind. I think this gun has a pretty good balance of heat and damage. Like this one has slightly worse heat. I guess they can't show it like as like 2.5, but and less damage. That's bad. All right, good job, team.
See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Please, I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all going to regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
There's the Brock option. Take him down. You need him, though.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What, we're supposed to trust you?
I'm an L2 like you. Trust me. The commander can make sure that Burns follows through.
Sure, you promise us freedom and say everything will be fine, but as soon as we surrender, you'll double-cross us.
I didn't promise freedom. When did I say that?
I'm not promising to let you go. All I'm saying is that Burns will take another look. Right, Burns?
Absolutely. I had no idea that the L2 biotics were this desperate. If I'd known. The reparations will come. For whatever it's worth. I promise that.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
A 5th Fleet cruiser will be by shortly to pick you and the prisoners up.
We did it. And now he just awkwardly stands next to his captors and waits for it to be picked up.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me.
Now, unfortunately, you don't get to hear what happens to these people in 2 or 3. This is one of those missions that just like Burns will send a message like, "Hey, cool, you rescued me." But I wish we kind of heard about. He might mention the reparations thing, but I mean like specifically these people. Are they going to be put in jail for a while, or are they understandably like under pressure to do this? And it's like, well, we'll do like a probation thing. Oh, we got a new shotgun, assault rifle, and sniper rifle. I need to start making Omnigel out of this stuff. I'm going to actually need a good amount of Omnigel. The Mako, as you saw, the Mako was almost destroyed by like a couple tentacle slaps. If I don't have enough Omnigel, what if I had more missions after that? Technically, I could just leave the planet and come back, I guess, but it'd be good to have more Omnigel. Also, we don't want our inventory getting full. That does happen in this game. Well, we did it. Another successful mission and we're still alive.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
That line was also, like, only on my left ear. That was weird. Yes, it is. I have tried 2 Iron playthroughs in the past where I only have 1 life. Didn't make it past through them. But that was in the original Mass Effect, where the combat was kind of wonky and I just died. Again, I think sniper rifles alone make this game a lot easier now. Even if you have no points in them, it's still worth using for a while. Hostile takeover. Will this be the one that kills me? Oh, time to read.
Chartar is a terrestrial world with a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The surface is hot and mainly composed of unremarkable silicates. Occasional deposits of aluminum, magnesium, and other light metals can be found. Chartar is noted for the discovery of the Leviathan of Dis, the apparent corpse of a genetically engineered living starship. The Leviathan was found in the bottom of a crater by a Batarian survey team and estimated to be nearly 1 billion years old. It disappeared after a visit to the system by a Batarian dreadnought 20 years ago. Since then, the Batarians have steadfastly denied that the Leviathan existed at all, and all the more how do I not know that word? When shown recordings of the corpse made by Solarian researchers. You know what? Whatever. I don't have to know that word. Nirim is a terrestrial world with a thin atmosphere of methane and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of basaltic rock. Its most prominent feature is the Elos Rift Valley, a long volcanic divergence zone that stretches across half of the northern hemisphere. Titanium. Gremar is an ice terrestrial with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. Its surface is mainly composed of frozen ammonia with deposits of tin and other light metals. When exposed to sunlight, Gremar's ammonia can melt, forming equatorial seas of the toxic chemical. This has allowed a profusion of simple fungus and lichens to evolve in the low-energy environment. A byproduct of their metabolism causes them to glow very faintly. While the light of an individual is insignificant, large patches seem to reinforce the light of one another, and are visible from space. Raisha is a standard hydrogen helium gas giant with traces of sodium and ammonia in its atmosphere. During the brief gold rush to Clensal, a few companies established an infrastructure for helium-3 skimming and deuterium mining on Raisha's icy moons. When Clensal proved to be less wealthy than expected, facilities were stripped of her parts and abandoned.
Yay. Scans of the planet revealed an old, unmanned shuttle. Your salvage team found Turian goods on board. Trident Colony insignia. I also saw this pop up for a second. Yep. Lithium. We can make so many batteries with that.
Clensal has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its first geological surveys were performed by Batarians and suggested areas of great mineral wealth. Human mining concerns spent billions of credits hustling to the distant system and sinking test bores to claim the system for humanity. But Clensal had only an average level of mineral wealth, valuable, but hardly worth the rush of expense. Merida Industria, a small Mexican company hoping to strike it rich in the first extrasolar mining adventure, had to file for bankruptcy protection. Investigation revealed the Batarian crew had deliberately falsified their surveys, hoping it would encourage human rivals to invest in the costly boondoggle. While unethical, this was not technically illegal, and the Batarian government disavowed the personal actions of a few misguided patriots. The planet is still littered with abandoned mining bases, which are often used as temporary meeting places for criminals.
Batarians! It is kind of funny that, like, every time something bad happens in the Mass Effect world in 1, it's Batarians. The slaving run of Mindwar, Batarians. The Skillian Blitz. Mostly Batarians, probably, I think. Bringing Down the Sky. Batarians. The Leviathan of Dis has disappeared. Sounds like a Reaper-related thing, doesn't it? Batarians. Everything. It's like every time something's mentioned, it's like Batarian interests or Batarian slavers were behind it. The writers of Mass Effect hate Batarians. They purposely made a race that we can just... It's like out of all video games, it's like they tried to make the Batarians the one space species you could just hate, and it's okay. Like, it's okay to hate Batarians. They're Batarians. We're going on a mission to take out a crime lord. This is pure combat. I haven't taken Liara in a while, but I definitely take her for, like, Prothean stuff. But her biotics are also very good in a fight. We'll take Garrus. He is literally a space cop. If we're going to take out some, like, criminal syndicate person, that makes sense to bring him along. He talked about wanting to do things differently than in CSEC, so, hey, now you're with the Spectre. Let's do this. And Rex, because we need muscle. Like, we know what we're getting into here. Alright, so criminal person number 1. There are no Thresher Mauls on this planet. That's good. Hello, Sergeant. As you can see, we haven't died yet. I almost died several times today already, but not dead yet. It's gonna happen. Most likely, it will happen because of the Rachni on Noveria, because they go through my shields. Or it'll be the Therum fight. I'll get surrounded by the Thorian creepers. Or Thresher Maul, which did almost kill me. It does so much damage on Insane. A few of the tentacles swiping at me almost killed my Mako. And unlike my characters, I can't make the Mako better. Now that's something, look, I mentioned before, I would love if Mass Effect brought back the Mako, brought back planetary discovery stuff. That'd be awesome. But I want to be able to upgrade the vehicle. Kind of like you could upgrade the Nomad in Andromeda. I want to be able to upgrade the Mako with, like, better weapons, maybe even ammo types, like in this game. A better cannon, better engines, better armor, shields. It's gonna be fun. I'm on Insane. The highest difficulty. Obviously, I hope that Mass Effect 4 becomes its own game and doesn't just take all its stuff from previous games. But if I were to make a list of, like, old mechanics I'd like them to bring back, planetary exploration in the Mako. Also, the customization options and crafting in Andromeda. I think it's very simplified in Andromeda. That's why I like it. If they want to expand it a little bit, cool. I think it's a really cool idea to allow weapons to have different, like, things to them. Like, there's upgrades in Andromeda that can turn any weapon into, like, a laser gun. So having, like, a laser sniper rifle is kind of interesting. There's a lot of interesting things you can do. Also having different weapon types. You can make human weapons, cat weapons, and, like, robot weapons. And the robot weapons didn't have ammo. And they all work differently. Like, I think it's a really cool idea. I mean, I'm gonna die. It's gonna happen. In 2 and 3 especially. Again, this game is made way easier by the changes in the sniper rifle alone. But 2 and 3 are the same. So, I will definitely die in there. I'm a squishy engineer. Like, I will definitely be dying in 2 and 3. So everyone's guess in 1 might be way too high. Whoever guessed the lowest is probably gonna win. But for 2 and 3... who knows? Ah. Hey, hey. Knock it off. I can't see where... Oh, there's someone. Bye. And that's it. Alright, we have to hack the body. This dead traveler had a League of One medallion. Where he found it and what he was doing with it is unclear. Why are you up here? What are you doing? Just a random Solarian on a random planet. Huh. Aw. Was I just given the item? I think I saw a very fast glimpse of like another matriarch writing, but I didn't have to hack it. Look closely at the body. What's the body gonna tell me? Yep, he's dead. On closer inspection, he is dead. I doubt they made it look any different. It's probably just the same. Yeah, it's just a Solarian. The skin looks pretty normal. Oh. Psst, lazy game makers didn't make a mummified Solarian. I know what the term mummified means, but I think it's funny. Like funny, the first thing I think of when I think of like when someone says like a mummified body, I think like an actual mummy, like wrapped in cloth and in a sarcophagus. Like that's not quite what that means. But that's the first thing I think of. Now I'm picturing a Solarian dressed like a mummy for Halloween or something. All right. Goodies. Oh, gotta go around. We have ammo upgrade and armor upgrade. After we do a few missions, we'll take a look at our stuff. Maybe I'll even sell some stuff for Omnigelate. Normally in a Mass Effect game, in Mass Effect 1, I don't buy anything. This game gives you so much gear, I never buy anything. However, I am playing on Insane. Maybe for the first time since probably my very first playthrough, where I didn't know that you were just going to find a billion things. I might buy some stuff. I could even do the KOTOR thing where I share it. You know how in KOTOR when you find like an awesome sword, like the prototype Vibroblade or Missions Vibroblade, you just share it. Every time you bring someone new to the party who also uses a sword, you just take it off them and give it to this person. That's how that game works. I could do that. I could buy like a really good assault rifle and a really good sniper rifle and a really good pistol and just put them on the team. Problem is, you can't change people's loadouts unless you go down to the bottom of the ship. I would have to do that every time. Or, if I remembered, at the end of a mission on a planet, I could go to the squad and take the weapon off of them. And then, you know, put it on somebody else later. It's a little bit of work, but on this difficulty, it might make sense. As far as armor goes, though, I wear light armor. So obviously I'm always in the party, so I'm always going to wear it. Ashley is the only one who can wear heavy human armor. Liara also wears light armor, and so does Kaden. They could share one. But everyone else has to have their own armor. I feel like weapons are so common to find. If I buy something, it's going to be like slightly better. I'll probably just buy stuff for me. If I die, we lose. So I might try to find like really, really, really good human armor, light armor, and that's it. I might just find stuff for me. All right, team. Let's go get this criminal. So, what's the plan? What's the plan here? Everyone already has good stuff on. I already messed with their stuff. We still have anti-organic bullets, which is good because we're fighting humans. Well, organics. I don't like starting in this little hallway. Because I have to run into cover. Oh, snipers are scary. Snipers are really scary. Oh no, they're rushing me.
ECM is hot.
Guys, I want you to stay back. Stay back. Rex, get up there. Rex? Why are you way back there? Garrus, it's just me and you. Stupid game. If I die because Rex isn't here, just steal a line from Rex. If I die in here, I'll kill him. Hello. Alright, there's someone over to my right I can't see. There's someone right here I can't see. There they are. Alright, we're down to 2. Hello. And, oh, I wonder where could they be? It's like when you're playing hide and seek with, like, a child. It's like, where could they be? I don't know where they could be hiding. And they're just, like, right there. They're behind a curtain and you can see their feet. Man, where could they be? I actually missed that. There we go. Hey, Rex, you want to come hang out? It's just me and Garrus, all right. Hello? I wonder where they could be. That's kind of an unfair shot. I'm obviously not hitting there, but the game thinks I am, I guess. All right. Garrus, go over there. Get him, Garrus. Get him. Yeah, get him. Get him. Garrus, this is your fight. This is your oh, hello. No. Come on, Garrus, get him. Come on, Garrus, you can do it. Maybe. Get him, Garrus. Or at least flush him out for me. Yep. We got him surrounded. Garrus, I did not tell you to put that there. Helena was right. These guys had quite the operation going, but that's all going to change. 1 down, just 1 more to go. Wow. Good job, Rex. You did so good. Also, that's a Matic. But Garrus was firing it like it was fully auto. Maybe the mod doesn't work on AI weapons? Oh, stuff. Can I get all their good criminal stuff? I promise I'll give it to the proper authorities. I'm a Spectre. I'm the proper authorities. A new shotgun and assault rifle. That's not for me. I'll get there eventually. 2 assault rifles and a sniper rifle. Oh, I can't do it for this one. Shotgun assault rifles. We have a lot of weapons now. I want better mods. I want better bullets and better well, mods. We have plenty of weapons. Just no better bullets to slap into him. Rex, I want to see what Rex is doing. You think he's stuck in a wall or stuck in the door, or is he's just standing in the corner? waiting for us to be done. Where are you? He's stuck. He's actually stuck. Rex, lucky for you, the job's done. If we had died in there, he'd have no way out of here. He was stuck, and he'd have no way out. That's everything on this planet. Let's get out of here. And we did it. One more mission done without a death. Let's do another one. So we actually finished the Hades Gamma system. Now we're on to the Cerberus missions. Oh. Let's start with the other areas besides that one. I think there's one that spawns down here at some point, or is that in the other games? I remember there being 3. Oh, that's where the Cerberus base is, probably. It'll appear after I do the other one.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We just received a mission-complete burst from one of them.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
Why? Why do humans do this? That's so dumb. What if a different alien species found it? What if it got off track and went into like Asari space or Solarian space or some other alien race, and like some alien child was like, "Oh, what's that?" And you see a mushroom cloud. That's so dumb. Why are humans dumb?
I understand this must be handled, but I don't have anyone trained to deal with this sort of thing, sir.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
Ninja. Yep, it was finished yesterday. Technically, it was finished early because I had to reset the stream. So people were able to like double dip, but it would have been done today then, so.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there. It's also possible it got very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
And blown up anybody. Good job, humans.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck.
So this is the mission that directly ties to War Hero, which is what we are, so. Alright, let's read about some planets.
Agabinium is a small terrestrial world with an extremely thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. Though the planet has sufficient mass to maintain a much thicker atmosphere, much of it has been blasted away. The red giant Amazon is a long-period variable star, currently at the nadir of a 16-year cycle. At peak, its energy output doubles, lashing Agabinium with intense heat and radiation. The crust is mainly composed of aluminum with deposits of tin. Much of the surface is coated with fine silicate dust, which easily penetrates the smallest cracks to foul machinery. Why did that not work? Why are things just not working? What is happening? I'll look at that in a second. Why is nothing working now? Durnica is an enormous terrestrial world, nearly twice the size of Earth. Its environment is similar to that of Mars. Arid, and a mix of craggy basalt highlands and sand-scoured deserts of iron-laced silicate dust. Durnaka's atmosphere mainly consists of carbon dioxide and argon, but the planet's mass is great enough that measurable amounts of helium and even molecular hydrogen remain trapped in its atmosphere. The planet's gravity well is deep enough that it has collected nearly a dozen small satellites, most captured asteroids. Its surface is scarred by many large impact craters, marking the final resting place of other captured asteroids. Sonedma is the second of the Amazon system's arid superterrestrial worlds. It is considerably less dense than its neighbor Durnaka, and has an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of iron-laced silicates with deposits of sulfur. Polonium. A small rock and ice planet, Cybin has an extremely thin atmosphere of hydrogen sulfide and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of magnesium and silicates with deposits of iron. Cybin's crust contains significant deposits of green serpentine, a mineral formed by volcanic activity. This suggests Cybin was a more geologically active world in the distant past. Oh. While scanning the planet Cybin, you discovered a large mine grid in geosynchronous orbit. With help from Navigator Presley, your recon team recovered a small unmanned probe, marked with the Quadim Outpost insignia. Well, that worked. Oh. Tramar is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane and nitrogen in its upper atmosphere. I could have surveyed that.
Alright, so why isn't that stuff working now? The Paragon one did. It read that Paragon was said by Nightbot and did the noise, but why didn't the other ones work? Let me take a look. It's connected. Why didn't it work? This is really weird. I didn't move any files around. This is kind of annoying because I spent a long time making those. I had to do like a randomizer with them. They're all. Let me do this. What? Okay, that worked. So the button works itself. It's just it's the connection. Oh wait, hold on a second. And it's connected to Twitch chat. It has to be, otherwise the Paragon thing wouldn't have worked. But then why doesn't that work? Maybe the trigger broke? This is so weird. Like, it works if I manually do it, but the trigger doesn't seem to be working. The trigger is simply the redeem. What is happening? See, okay, if I go into the whole win thing, if I hit the button, it works manually. And if I go into the trigger, it just says channel point, Twitch channel points, redemption name, win. So why isn't it working? I mean, if I go into the flip one, it's, where is it? Coin flip, here we go. If I go into trigger, it reads the message Paragon. So it looks like the channel point connection's broken. Because Potato Shepard didn't work either. Huh. So there's something broken in the channel point redeems between Twitch and this program. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened on the Twitch's side. So it looks like the stuff isn't working properly. It can't register the channel point redeems. Like, what if I do hydrate? Can't do hydrate. What if I do posture check? Can't do posture check. What if I do... That's all I can do right now. All right. So yeah, apparently channel point redeems are not working right now. Let me disconnect and reconnect Twitch. Disconnect Twitch. Reconnect Twitch. Okay, let me try it now. Do I have anything off of cooldown that I can do? Aha! I guess reconnecting worked. Alright, Twitch acting weird. Alright, back to the game. I'll also hydrate. So weird. Alright, so this is Alliance business. We don't want anyone knowing about this. This is a secret. Which means we can't take Garrus because, look, I'm sure Garrus would be cool not to say anything, but he is a Turian, and he might say something. Liara also might say something. Or get the wrong idea. Rex wouldn't care, he'd probably think it's funny. And Tally also might be like, yeah, humans are like this. And I could bring Rex, but we've already brought Rex a few times. Let's just bring the Alliance people. Your redeems. Too bad. Here, I'll do the... When they're off of cooldown, I'll do them. The cooldown also pertains to me. I actually can't do the Potato Shepherd yet because it's on cooldown. I did them. Kind of. Here, I'll run Potato Shepherd manually so I can bypass the cooldown. The timer still works. I just did it directly. Oh, I forgot you could also, yeah. Isn't that weird that you like mods can refund themselves? That's kind of dumb. That means that every time a mod like does like a Potato Shepherd thing, they could just be like, my points back. They should make it to where if the mod, kind of like the prediction thing, if the mod actually did the redeem, they shouldn't be able to do that. Possibly. Possibly. All right, let's get our stuff. Is there a Thresher Mall on this planet? There is not. Okay. Oh, look at this big thing I have to go over. Ugh. This better be worth it. This better be a really good medal. I miss unlimited boost. Come on, come on. Normally you can go up this thing pretty easily on the side. It's like it almost feels like it's being like a little more resistance than usual. Maybe. We found some samarium. I don't even know if that's real. Remember I mentioned how I don't know if like every mineral you find in this game is real, or if like one or two of them is just like space mineral. I don't know if samarium's real. It doesn't sound familiar, but... I feel like that's not one of those elements or metals that, like, you know, is commonly used in something. Ooh. All right, what's this one gonna be? Is this one going to be fake too? Or is this one real? Magnesium. Oh, okay. Okay, alright. I'll just go this way. You don't need all the mineral deposits. But I want to make sure I have them all carry over. Because you get more stuff in the beginning of 2. And since I'm playing on Insane, more stuff in 2 is probably better. Although I think mostly you just get, like, you get more stuff you scan for. And since I have the 1 probe all resources, I really don't need it. I could just skip this. But I must do. How could I not do something in Mass Effect 1? Do I have to go over that to get to it? I might skip this one. We don't need all of them. We don't need all of them in that one. Oh. This one looks to be pretty annoying to get to. Yeah. I don't know if this is worth it. I say that as I'm still doing it. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back up it too. Oh. All right. Well, I'm here. Beryllium. Also, something interesting about the Citadel DLC, when they're going over the periodic table of elements, why does Garrus know what our 69th element is? Wouldn't the periodic table be different for every species? Or at least the name of it? I know there's the whole, like, universal translator idea, but, I mean, I don't know. The elemental table is ordered by the amount of protons, or, like, I forget how it works. I guess it would be the same for every species, except maybe not. Maybe a species is like, you know what? We don't want to organize our elements by that. We want to try something else. Or do something else. Or they did something else. Why would their number 69 be the same as ours? When they could have different stuff in there. Well, the numbering system might stay the same, but the number wouldn't. I'm saying, like, what if... I guess it would, because the number's the number. I don't know. You're telling me there's not one species in the Mass Effect universe that might not use a different numbering system? Instead of going by the number of whatever it is, they go by something different? No. Humans are like that. You know, what if the game comes out and it's in the future and the entire galaxy is still using like miles and like non-metric stuff, and we're like, oh no, oh no. What have we done to the galaxy? The body is long away from anything and appears to have been here for quite some time. On the body is a book of drawings, including one of the Siglar outpost insignias. Space stuff. Humans also got rights to the periodic table at Shang-Chi. Aha. Brushing away the carbonization on the door of the contragravity speeder, you see the Nezo brand name. Judging by the charring, the wreckage has been here since the star's last variable peak. The corpse is wearing the remains of an expensive suit and what appears to be melted antique aviator goggles. I see. Football stadiums. Now we measure by, oh man, what's like another outdated way of measuring distance that no one uses anymore? Oh man, I don't remember. Leagues. Well, there's isn't there like stones? Is stones weight? Stones is weight, right? How much does a stone weigh? 1 stone. Oh, I'm no longer a potato. I think what I'm thinking of is a distance used in the UK, but probably isn't used that much anymore. I'm trying. I know it's like it's in my brain, but I can't think of it. All right. I remember this fight.
That's the source of the signal.
Smells like ambush, Commander.
I agree. This thing didn't crash. Somebody moved it here.
Thank you, Caden, for stating the obvious. This cave is on a natural formation. Thank you.
They may not know what they have. Let's find it before they set it off.
Aye, aye.
A stone is 14 pounds. And how many pounds are in a kilogram? Ugh. Can we just have one, please? Can we just have one measurement system? Not yards. Although, yes, I guess yards is the English system. See, I remember that too. I remember a conversion being 2.2 to 1, but I couldn't remember what it was. Was it that, or was it like other meter stuff for weight or mass? I don't remember. I guess that's the one I remember. 2.2. Like, how many feet are in a mile? I used to know that. How many feet are in a mile? 5,280? Did I actually get that right? Like, is that right? Did I just like randomly pull a number out of my brain and get it right? I got it right! I don't know where that came from, but I got it right. 5 tomato? Oh no!
What the hell?
Shepard, at last.
Yes, at last you don't look like a human. You're a Turian now, to match your voice.
You have me at a disadvantage.
You don't remember me. No matter. I remember you. I never forget anyone I've fought. My name is Ilanos Halliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
5 tomato. 5280. 5285. It's a bit of a stretch. But I guess it would help you remember it. I really did not do that well remembering stuff that way. What is that term called? Mnemonic device? They never help me. Because trying to remember it would be like I might as well just remember the information. That's the way my brain works. Like, in trying to remember something like that, I might as well just remember the data. It's just as likely. Kind of like learning the planets. Instead of learning like the I've heard two different forms. I've heard my very elegant mother gingerly sat upon 9 pillows. I've also heard my very something mother just somehow like ordered like 8 pizzas. It's ordered 9 pizzas or something. I forget how it goes. But there's 2 versions of it. But that's a bunch of words though. In my brain, I might as well also just learn the words for the names of the planets. It's the same amount of words. My logical brain. I get that it's a sentence, so it's easy to remember, but they really didn't help me that much.
In most criminal organizations, it's the one who's recognized as the most successful.
That's correct. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
The Skillian Blitz. I was there.
You're the one behind the attack on Elysium.
I was the motivator, the instigator, the one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed because of you. Your damnable holding action.
My crew will come for me.
Oh, let them. We'll be ready. An Alliance warship would make a fine prize. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, the ores here are laced with heavy metals. I'm afraid your suit radios aren't powerful enough to transmit out.
No, I could play the nice being and be like, we can negotiate this, right? I'm gonna go a little more, not nice here. I'm thinking about it, but
we'll find a way out of here.
Yeah.
I rather doubt that. Goodbye, Shepard.
20 seconds later, I'm outside.
What do we do now, Commander?
We've got air and light, and the Normandy's still in orbit. Let's look for another way out.
There's no time to get out. You have to disable the bomb before it goes off. Bomb. Yay, I can brute force the first 2. Can I do the last one? Yep. Wow, that was fast. That was really fast. So, okay, I know Greek god stuff way better than Roman. Mercury is Hermes. Venus is Aphrodite. I don't know what Earth is supposed to be. Isn't that just like Mother Earth / what's like the Greek equivalent? Just Mother Nature, Gaia. Then Mars is Ares. Jupiter, I think, is Zeus. Saturn, I think, is Kronos, which technically isn't a god. They're a Titan. Uranus. Oh, it's doing it again. The game is starting to freak out. Why does it keep doing this?